Hey everyone, welcome to the first lesson of the academic year. Today we are going to be doing proofs. I want to start off by saying a massive thank you for joining us today. Before we get straight into it, we're going to just go through a very brief presentation on how everything works, right from the online platform to the resources we recommend, also classroom etiquette and rules, and also targets for success. Okay, so without further ado, let's get straight into it. Okay, so the technicals, by now you guys should be all aware that we're using a platform called Zoom. In my opinion, it's 10 times better than Skype in terms of its user experience. By that, the sound quality, the internet bandwidth, visual quality is just far superior than Skype. And you'll see that there are several features and toys that just make it a really, really engaging and interactive experience. If you guys look at your toolbar, now it doesn't quite look like this. You'll see a microphone at the bottom left, and a camera right next to it. If you toggle those buttons, you'll see a strike, a red strike, obviously meaning that the camera is switched off or the microphone is switched off. We like to use a chat. Questions are something we massively encourage. Ask as many questions as you want. Even when I am teaching, feel free to pop a question in the chat. It might be a question that someone else has on their mind. We'll try and answer any question we can during the lesson. Any question we cannot answer will be answered after the lesson. It's also an opportunity to just drop an idea, which could be useful for the class and for myself. Now, we use a poll as not just an interactive tool, but also to get a good gauge of how much you guys basically understand what the hell I'm saying, right? So the way it works is a majority carries the vote. The people that sort of vote the most common question, that question will be addressed. If that's the case, then I will definitely go back and try and find another approach to basically teaching you that topic. So it's a very good way of getting everybody on track and sort of clarifying people's understandings. The breakout rooms. So we use the breakout rooms for group work. We like to get you guys working in groups. So how it works is we'll basically set a question and we'll get you guys working on problems. We'll split you into random groups of 3, completely random. Of course, it's up to you whether you'd want to share this time with another classroom member. You can just work on your own, of course. But the whole idea is to get you guys interacting, communicating, engaging, and sort of learning from the way other people learn. It's a very, very good attribute to have in general, to see how other people think, and sort of garnering different approaches from other people will definitely help in your problem solving skills anyway, because sometimes you need to look at things from different angles. So the group work is a fantastic way to not only get you guys working collaboratively, but to sort of get you guys engaged and get you in the feel of things. So next, online and its beauty. As you're aware by now, Zoom for me is just fantastic. One of the things it does is it measures your attendance, or it tracks your attendance. It's important to know that all meetings and chats are recorded and conversations are monitored. It's just part of our online safety procedures. Of course, I have met with all of you guys before joining the class, so I can confirm that you are all a bunch of decent human beings. What I'd ask is if you could continue to be a decent human being today, tomorrow, and just throughout the academic year. I want you guys to be yourself, feel comfortable, but just keep it clean. Bit paper. Okay, so I need to show you guys how this works. Bit paper. So Bit paper is a fantastic online whiteboard dedicated for maths users like me and you. And it basically allows us to do maths, It's really good for writing. You can draw straight lines. Those are not the straightest lines. You can rub out your work. You can go back on the work you've just rubbed out. You can go forward as well. We've got several colors, different colors for you to use. What else can you do? So you can pick a selection of items and move them, which is fantastic because it just means you almost have like an endless supply of paper. And even if you didn't, you have extra tabs to which you can work on various different papers, sheets. You can also type in text. So I normally use this to ask you guys questions. What else can you do? Okay, one of the best parts of BitPaper is that you can actually upload files, man. So what you can do, load a file of your choice. Oh yeah, by the way, you can rotate. So what I normally do is I get either sheets from textbooks that we use, or I get exam questions, and we just basically annotate around these exam questions and we treat them. It's fantastic. And it's a fantastic way to sort of get tunnel vision in on an exam question. You know, it's a different way as opposed to just seeing something on paper. Okay, so weekly surveys. We always want to know what you guys think. We want to make our lessons smoother. We want to make them more interactive, and we also want to make our teaching improve constantly. So we send you weekly surveys just to fill in for us, to let us know how you think we could improve these. Definitely welcome your feedback. Tools and rules for success. Okay, so punctuality is massively important. It's important that you guys attend on time. We don't go back on stuff we've done, you know, just to account for people who come into the lessons late. It's almost like a school after school here. So in a way, just treat it as you would with a school. Arrive on time. Stationery as well. So that includes pens, pencils, rulers, calculators. You know, if you could keep a nice separate textbook for tutoring, that would be fantastic as well. Now, the things that I recommend, these are not compulsory, but I recommend, are these two bad boys. So on the left, we have what's called the HUION, the Huion Tablet 420. It's a really cool pen pad that allows you to basically write as you saw me doing on BitPaper. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but altogether, it's a really good product, very cheap as well. And then on the right, you've got this guy, the Wacom CTO 672N. That's going to set you back about £50. Now, this guy's amazing, literally. It almost feels like you're writing on a piece of paper. It's got some fantastic pinch grip. You can see the difference in the design of this pen to this pen, you know, how sleek this thing is, you know, so it really feels nice on the hand, and it's very, very easy to use. Trust me, I don't work for these guys, but if you are interested and you're on Amazon Prime, you can just get these on Amazon Prime, next day delivery. Okay, before we go to these 2 points, I'd like to talk about the resources. So the 3 resources we use for the Academy are these guys here. So we have the 2 Cambridge books for AQA and OCR. They're very, very similar. They could potentially be almost the same. They could potentially be the same, right? But yeah, they're very, very similar. Really good, extensive books that go over cross-topic questions, which is very, very important. And the EdXL book we use is the Pearson one, which you guys, well, it's been approved by Pearson. You've probably seen it before. It's this blue book here. Yeah, so these are the main resources that we will be referring to in terms of asking questions and treating different sort of scenarios. Of course, we do look at exam questions as well regularly, so bear that in mind, especially for the homework. Okay, the next 2 points: respect others and yourself. So as I said before, it's very important that everybody feels like they're in an environment where they can ask questions, they feel comfortable asking questions, sharing ideas without feeling like, oh my God, that guy over there is going to laugh at my question. So, you know, respect other people's questions, their ideas, be patient as well. Just the general morals to just make this a pleasant environment for the next guy and yourself. Submitting homework on time is very, very important. We upload homework to your dashboard every single Friday, and we'll give you a week to complete those. Homework that is not handed in on time, unfortunately, wouldn't be marked. So we do mark the homework with feedback. So if you want the feedback that you deserve and signed up for, I'll definitely get those in on time. Finally, targets for the year. All right, okay. So as you can see, A star, A, and B. Very, very simple. Now, having met with all of you guys, I haven't had any conversations with anybody who have said that they're actually targeting a B, okay? Which is fantastic. It just means that we're all aiming for the stars, if you like, with the A and A star. but this is definitely not out of reach. For the last 10 years, we've consistently been able to deliver A star to B for about 90 to 95% of our students. So based on our methodologies, we feel that, as long as you guys cooperate, as long as you stay motivated, you guys will definitely do well. Now, in terms of our methodologies, there are three things that we focus on: our examples, of course. So examples are massively important. Everyone knows that practice makes perfect. And in mathematics, examples are the best form of practice. Now, it's not just about doing examples, it's about the type of examples you do, especially in this very delicate course, okay? For example, no pun intended, you could do a million type A questions, right? And then walk into the exam thinking you've covered everything in that topic. However, in actual fact, there's really a type B, C, D, E, and F, etc. And you go into the exam thinking, oh my God, what are they doing to me? Why? Why? They're evil. But not really, to be honest. It's just that you haven't really exposed yourself to the wide array of question types there are. And that's what we'll be going through a lot. That's what we're focused on here. Just making sure you're exposed to as many different question types as possible, giving you sort of the best chance of succeeding. The course spec, massive. I don't go on about this enough, and I think I do actually. The course spec is so big, especially with the change from the modular course to the linear course. It's absolutely imperative that you guys, A, have a course spec at hand at all times when you're doing maths. B, know how to read the course spec. We'll be showing you how to read the course spec and to be able to draw parallels between two topics. It's very, very important that you guys know this, especially with the new modular courses. Finally, asking questions. Ask questions. We encourage as many questions as possible. As I say, this is, it's like a school, but it's not a school. No questions too dumb for us. No questions too smart. No questions too dumb. So feel free to ask as many questions as you can. We're dedicated to answering your questions, basically. So don't feel shy. As long as we're awake, we'll answer your question.